Jews all over the world just finished reading about the biblical story of Joseph, the favorite son of Jacob, who ended up being sold as a slave in Egypt by his brothers, and then ended up as second in command of the most powerful empire of the time, Egypt. Can you imagine what Joseph was thinking when his brothers threw him into the pit? He was the youngest brother who always wanted to be with his older brothers and impress them with his dreams. To then witness the hatred in their eyes when they threw him into the pit, and to then see the joy they had in getting rid of him and selling him to slavery? Can you imagine how Joseph then felt when he was then alone in Egypt, a slave, away from his father and family? And if that is not enough, can you last imagine how he then felt being a prisoner in an Egyptian jail for doing no wrong? Rather, what was he punished for? For saying no to a powerful Egyptian woman who tried to seduce him. Now, any normal person would have gone crazy in such a situation, possibly falling into deep depression, loneliness, and helplessness. Yet that did not happen to our Joseph. Joseph overcame all the odds and went from being a servant prisoner to the highest ranking non-royal individual ever to run the biggest empire in the world, Egypt, directly under Pharaoh. What was Joseph's secret? Well, it actually isn't a secret at all, because throughout the biblical story, Joseph repeatedly stated one important fact. He constantly mentioned that everything that he did or everything that happened to him came from the one above, came from God himself. When Joseph was thanked for interpreting the dreams, he didn't say, "Oh, it's all me." He said, "Don't thank me. It was God who interpreted the dreams." When his brothers apologized to him for throwing him into the pit and selling him to slavery, once again, Joseph told them not to worry, that it was all part of God's plan to ensure that he, Joseph, would be in the position to be able to provide food for his family during those years of famine in the land of Israel. Joseph's secret was that he had a complete understanding and belief that God above rules the world. He always thanked the one above. Joseph never took credit for himself. He never ran away from God when bad things happened to him. And he never, ever stopped believing in God. With this all, it is critical that we remember that Joseph was a frail human being with flaws just like the rest of us. He was no superhero. He was just a person with a super strong belief in God above. Why am I retelling you this popular biblical story? Because it's important that we all internalize. If Joseph can overcome all those pitfalls of life and manage to overcome them all, then so can we. Each and every one of us can learn from Joseph to overcome the hardships in life that cross our paths. Remember, no matter how bad things get in our lives, don't give up. Push forward, holding on to your faith in God above. The key is to hold the line and be thankful to the one above for everything, because ultimately he is running the show. We will never understand everything that happens, not to us, not in the world, and we will always question the bad things that we witness or that happen to us or that happen around us. But we must never forget that God above is running the show, and in the end, it will all be good, whether we understand it or not. Now, when will it all be good? Well, that is an answer only the one above, God himself, knows. While we really, really want to know the answer to that question, when are things going to be good? It is actually inconsequential. Our role is to hold on to our faith, strengthen that faith, and spread goodness and respect to all. That is what our daily struggle must be focused on. All the rest is up to God above. Make this a great week, everyone.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.